Hello, hello. It says I'm going live, so I trust I'm going live. Hopefully, I'm going live on both YouTube and Facebook. It would be really good if someone could confirm. um, Let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me. I need to put the chat on now. Okay. Okay, so it's telling me, Josephine, you're there. Yes, we hear you. Thank you for the confirmation. I'm just always a little bit nervous when hand pink waving. I don't think emojis are coming up on this system, Liz, but hand pink waving to you too. Brilliant. Thank you, Josephine, for confirming, because I'm never completely sure what's going on. Although it wouldn't be the first time if I started talking to myself. Okay, hi Wendy. Oh, brilliant. Liz is what tells me who's watching where. Liz is watching on YouTube. That is really, really good. Thank you, Liz, so much, because you're channeling all that lovely energy into my channel. Okay, let's get started with Josephine then, and see what's happening with you, Josephine, at this beautiful time of the eclipse and the energies going on. Just before I pull a card for Josephine, those of you on Facebook, if you don't know, hi Sue, hi Rachel. If you're not familiar with my YouTube channel, if you're on Facebook and you're not familiar with it, please pop over there and have a look. It's my little baby. And I do weekly and monthly card readings. The month of April has been all about giving birth to heaven on earth. It's a choice. It's a choice. You just choose the light and say, I want to create heaven on earth for yourself and for the collective. It's beautiful. So the reading for April was all about that. Hi, Janina. Okay, brilliant. Oh, hi, Louise. And the weekly cards for this week were all about speculating to accumulate. And it was about it being our time to blossom. So being ready and willing and open to receive positive energies, higher frequency energies is what it's all about, really. And we don't really need to know. Our humans don't really need to know what's going on. But we do need to let go of all the chatter. Let go and just follow your flow, and you'll be taken where you need to go. Even if your human has no idea, it's a beautiful place to be. So it's more about letting go. Let your human flow, and your soul will take you where you need to go. And yeah, it's beautiful. So oh, you're tagging Nikki, I see. You did that last time, I seem to remember. Okay, this is for Josephine. Do we have a message for Josephine? Any heads up, any words of wisdom or any guidance? Thank you. Do we have any others for her at this time? Okay, one card has come out, Josephine. It's the Nine of Wands. Now, what I'm going to say is actually, this is what I've just said in the weekly readings about speculating to accumulate, because when I say speculate to accumulate, I don't mean like just investing money so that money accumulates. We're talking about investing energy so that your energy accumulates, so that your energy rises. This is the Nine of Wands. He's basically jaded and a little bit exhausted. So I'm not sure if that's how you're feeling at the moment, Josephine. But he's also known as the wounded healer. Of course, all healers, have their own wounds, like everybody. And by helping other people, they work on their own wounds. By working on their own wounds, they help other people. It's a beautiful circle of how things work. But the message with this card is to dig deep into your spiritual reserves, and to look at life from a spiritual perspective rather than just a physical. I mean, he is physically exhausted. He needs time out, and he needs to stop listening to the human mind. That's what I was just saying, wasn't I? Stop listening to the human mind and take time out, because I think very often we don't take time out because we think we don't have the time, we don't have the money, we don't have the opportunity. That's all lack and limitation. Remember, time is just wibbly wobbly lines. Time can speed up and slow down, we know that. So don't ever worry about time. And money is more a case of being in the now, being in alignment with who you really are, and expressing yourself, expressing your divinity through your human experience. That's going to create much more abundance for you than any hard work will do. So all those limiting beliefs, because this is for you, Josephine, he really needs time out. And he needs to invest, speculate to accumulate. He needs to invest in him and his energy. And what he needs to invest is his time, his money, his resources, and his energy. So this is about you doing something that you love, doing more of it, or maybe having a massage, having a treatment, going away for a weekend, just taking a day off work and doing nothing. Stillness is the access point to acceleration. So, take a day off and do nothing. I think that's, I'm really feeling that one, Josephine. So, the cards are saying, take a day off and do nothing. I bet it will be more productive than anything you can do. It does resonate. I do have a little bit of a problem with letting go and just flowing. Definitely, I would say, sorry, I was just reading the message above. This is about stillness is amazing. When we finally allow ourselves the time to sit and do nothing, that is where the beauty begins. That is where the doors open. That is where the energy comes in. That's where the messages come in. But don't expect them. You've got to have no expectations. But we need to do nothing, if that makes sense. Brilliant. Hi, Elaine. Lovely to see you. I'm just going to have a quick look up, because while I was doing that, loads of message comments came in. Okay, the emojis are not showing, by the way, if anyone's putting an emoji, because I'm just getting it written in, you know how they sometimes write emojis out. So it's quite funny, really. Okay, I'm just going to scroll back up and see who else has asked. Wendy. Is it Eames? Wendy Eames. Yes, Wendy, you can have a reading. Wendy Eames. I'm not sure how to pronounce your surname. Can we... I'm just going to have a quick look and see who else is actually on YouTube. Sue is as well. Sue's on YouTube as well. Bless, bless, bless. Okay, the rest of you are on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, pop over to my YouTube channel, please, and give it a like, a subscribe, and all those YouTubey things. It's my little baby, and I'm nurturing it. This is for Wendy Eames. Do we have a message? Thank you. Okay, we've got the 10 of Swords. I'm going to ask for a clarifier. Wow. I love this. I need a slurp. Hang on a minute. It's only water, don't worry. Wendy, I don't know what's going on with you, but there's definitely a new start for you, because you've got the 10 of Swords, which typically is done and dusted. I mean, look at him. He feels a bit stabbed in the back. But my interpretation of it is actually starting from scratch. He's quite scratched, isn't he? And he's kind of rock bottom. There's a little bit of rock bottom here. But I've always thought when you hit rock bottom, I think rock bottom is made of a trampoline, because when you do hit rock bottom, you just come straight up, don't you? It wakes you up. There's no awakening like a rock bottom, you know. So it's like starting from scratch, which can be nerve-wracking. I know it can be nerve-wracking, but there's something starting from scratch. I don't think this is your entire life, but I think there's a part of your life, whether it's your work, your career, or whether it's your love life, or whether it's where you're living. Something is starting from scratch, and it's to be embraced. It's like all the systems that are going down in the collective. You know, we don't want to keep putting a band-aid, a plaster over them, do we? We don't want to keep fixing them. No, because they weren't created from the right energy. We want to create the new from grassroots up, from love, from kindness, from cooperation, and all these beautiful collaborative energies. Sharing and loving and giving and all of those. So this is something new. This is for Wendy. This is something, you're starting from scratch, but it's like you're back at square one. So there's a part of you that's like, how come I got to this age and I'm back at square one? But actually, you need to be there, because you're creating, look, because I pulled some clarifiers. The Seven of Pentacles, it's beautiful. I've got truth bumps now. Look, he's looking at everything he's accumulated. You have everything you need. You have the money, the resources, the time and the energy. You have the knowledge, the experience, the people, the support. You have everything you need. There might be a little bit of anticipation going on, or a lack of confidence. That's often the case, right? But you have everything that you need in order to take the next step. In order to create whatever you lost here, in order to create it in a more divine way, shall we say, you have everything you need. Because then the last clarifier was the King of Cups. I mean, he's the king, he's top of his game, and he's cups. He's spiritual, intuitive, emotional, he's creative, and he's in his element when he is being creative. So Wendy, this has something to do with you giving birth to heaven on earth, your time to blossom. Check out the messages on my YouTube channel, because that's what they were saying. But this is your time to create what you want for you. And it involves you being creative and sharing your creations. You know, everything that you've learned, like everything, all the events, the ones that you've perceived as negative and the ones that you've perceived as positive, they're all the same, really. They're all human creation, human experience, and they've all got you to this point. And he's absolutely a beautiful card for you, to show you that you're going in this most heart-based direction. So whatever it was that's left, that stopped, it could be your ego, of course. It could be the death of your ego, this, or it could also just be a job or something like that, or a relationship or something like that. But it served you. It's given you experience and knowledge, okay? But now you're taking it with everything else that you've accumulated into a really beautiful divine place, because cups is intuition. So you're going to be using your spiritual abilities, and you're going to be using your intuition, and you're going to be using your creativity so much more. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, I love it. I hope that resonates with you, Wendy, because that is lovely. But it's reassuring, isn't it, when you feel like this? When you have this inner knowing, it really carries you, doesn't it? Because you can just go, oh, okay, things haven't worked out. I've got people leaving, or a job leaving, or something happening. Might be something health-wise. You know, it's just like a little setback, really. But it's opening the door for more light to come in. If it hadn't happened, you wouldn't have focused on the next step. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, thank you, Wendy, so much. Let me have a look. I'm assuming, okay, Janina, let's read for Janina. Janina, I'd love to hear, Wendy, if that resonated or not. Mwah, lots of love to you. Janina Carolina. Janina Carolina. Okay. Oh, your emojis came out. Some emojis are coming out and some aren't. Oh, they're all coming out now. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe it just needed some time for the emojis to come out. Janina. Let's have a look what we've got for Janina. So yeah, it's always a good idea to take a lovely deep breath and activate your own intuition, because with these readings, very often when I'm reading for one person, I often get messages from other people saying it resonated with them. So remember that everything's energy, including you and including my words and including your thoughts. Everything's energy. So if something resonates, whether it's your card or not, it's for you. That's the way the world works, right? If you resonate, it's because it's vibrating at your frequency, therefore it's for you. And if it doesn't resonate, just let it float on by. So it's always good to listen to other people's as well. Okay, Janina Carolina. Do we have something for Janina Carolina? Thank you. I'm only getting the one at the moment, but it is a lovely one, Janina. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is beautiful because what I'm getting from this is that, Janina, right, I don't know you very well, I don't know you at all, really, but I'm getting that you've actually, I don't like using this word, we're all spiritual, right? Just some people are more aware of it than others, but you've been kind of more spiritual for a long time. Or let's say you've been aware. That's a nicer way of saying it, isn't it? Because everyone's spiritual, right? But some people are more aware of it than others. So you've been aware of your spirituality for a long time. Maybe you were brought up around that kind of environment. And so, because normally this is slow, but I'm not getting that it's slow as in anything negative. I'm getting that it's just been long drawn out, that you've just been very aware of your spiritual nature for a very long time. And you feel very protected through your spiritual beliefs. They protect you. You feel very protected and grounded because Pentacles, of course, is Earth. So you're very connected to Mother Earth. You need to live in nature. I think you probably already do. You know all of this. But it's very important for you. Your connection to the divine comes through nature. So, you know, you'll be barefoot on the grass, you'll be meditating, staring at a flower and this kind of thing. Hugging trees. Do you hug trees? But I'm getting that kind of energy, which is beautiful. So I hope you're in nature for today, for this evening's energies. But Pentacles is typically money, but my interpretation is that it's abundance of all sorts, of course, because I mean, typically, if you're just going to focus on money, you know, people, it's typically career, finance, business, and money. But you know, your business, you know, if your business is considered to be a success, it's because it's making loads of money. But regardless of whether you're happy, healthy, or in love. So to me, that's not the paradigm that we want to live in. That's the one we're coming from. So we want to be living in love and in health and happiness and joy, and be financially secure and feel abundant, because we know, don't we, that the outside is a reflection of the inside. So when we feel grateful for everything and we feel abundant on the inside, we create our own abundance on the outside. So for my interpretation of Pentacles, therefore, isn't just money, it's the abundance of health, happiness, and love, and security, and stability, and freedom, and all those things. because people often want money. The reason they want the money is very often because they want to feel secure and they want to feel free. But when you can create that feeling of security within you and that feeling of freedom within you, then you create it outside of you, because that's the second Hermetic principle, right? The principle of correspondence, as within, so without. So everything is starting from within, and we are creating it in our holographic projection that we're calling life. So I think you know a lot of that, Janina. What's happening is that you have this abundance. You are abundantly healthy, and you're happy and secure and free. You're embracing your freedom. I get that you've got all of that, and how protected you feel. But what I am getting is, because he's not a queen and he's not a king, so it's like I think that this is probably the case for all of us, but you still haven't started to live your full potential in this lifetime. So I'm going to give you an affirmation, Janina, which I think is a powerful affirmation that I use for myself as well. But I am ready and willing to allow my full potential. I am ready and willing to allow my soul's. When you say it, make sure you understand it's your soul's full potential, because we were brought up, weren't we? With people saying, "Oh, you're not fulfilling your potential. You could go to university. You could do this. You could do that," and it's like different kind of potential, right? We're talking about your soul's potential, which of course involves miracles and magic and things that we haven't thought about yet, because only now are we realizing that we're creating our reality through our thinking and through our beliefs. So I am ready and willing to allow my soul's full potential. There's an affirmation for you, Janina, because there's something you're expanding now, using these energies today to help you, no doubt. You're expanding into more of who you are and more of who your soul wants you to be. And it's very exciting, I think. And it's very beautiful energy. So thank you, Janina, for allowing me to share your energy with you. I hope that resonates. Let's have a look. Louise. Oh, lovely. Louise Cottrell. Do we have? Oh, okay. Some fell out there. This is for Louise. We're starting off with an ace, which is the Ace of Swords, which is an aha moment. It's like a breakthrough. Right, it's like a breakthrough moment. Often we have to break down in order to have our breakthrough. We know that, but there's something new. And swords are mental processes, so they're your thoughts, your beliefs, ideas, inspiration, intuition, and it's something new. Aces are something new. So there's some new intuition coming in for you, Louise, and you're going to want to carry it. Right, there's 3 cards. You're going to want to run with it. Your heart is going to want to run with it, but you're going to have a little bit of this. And this is, look, she's got herself caught up. She's exactly caught up in the, I haven't got enough time, I haven't got enough money, I haven't got enough energy, I can't do it because of this reason, I can't do it because of that reason. The castle in the background in tarot represents your goals in life. And these are her thoughts, her thinking. Swords coming down are usually negative thinking. She's blindfolded because she can't see, of course. When we follow our inspiration and our intuition, we haven't got a bloody clue, have we? But it's just something driving us. There's an energy within you wanting to drive you, Louise. It's wanting to take you somewhere. It's your soul. It's calling you. And your human, or your ego, or however you want to, your small self, however we want to view it, is feeling restricted. It's feeling trapped. I can't do it because. So what I want to say to you is, what is your dream? What is it you want to do? What would you do if you didn't need to make money? What would you do if you were free? What would you do if you already felt secure? because whatever it is, you need to be doing it, and you can't see the outcome. Of course, you can't see the outcome. You know, it's called a leap of faith, and your third card is the Fool. Oh, I've got truth bumps. Yeah, you've got to do it. I don't know what it is. I'd love to hear, because there's some beautiful inspiration coming in. It could be something. Doesn't have to be something life-changing. It's something life-enhancing, I want to say. Not everything has to be life-changing. You know, by this stage, we've already got parts of our life that we love. It could be the location we're living in, the friends we have, our partners, you know, or our jobs or our activities, our abundance activities, as I call them. Like this, for me, this is what I call an abundance activity. It's something I do that raises my frequency. So there's something going on. It's something life-enhancing. And this is a leap of faith. So this is the ego and the small self. And this is your soul. So let's just have a look at the Fool for a while. He's spiritually guided. He came up in the, was it the monthly or the weekly readings on YouTube? He's spiritually guided. The rays of the sun show spiritual guidance, and he's got his loyal companion with him, but he's not taking much forward. So there is an energy of downsizing, or just, you know, not needing as much money as we used to need, because we're not keeping up with the Joneses anymore, are we? But look, he's got a flower in his hand because he is showing fruition wherever he goes. He is creating from his hands because he understands that his future lies in his frequency and in his level of consciousness, and not in his bank account. He realizes that. So he's going to raise his frequency, but he's having to take a leap of faith. That's why he's called the Fool, because he's a little bit naive, because he can't see what's coming. But when you take a leap of faith, energetically, there is an upthrust that carries you, but you have to leap first. So that's an interesting one. I wonder if that resonates with you, Louise, because, yeah, this is the old typical limiting beliefs, we call them. When you think about what you really would like and how you want to go, like, you know, what you want to do, how you want to express yourself, when you then stop yourself, you've got to ask yourself, is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Because the other thing I want to say is, you wouldn't have this inspiration, you wouldn't have this if it wasn't for you. You wouldn't have this breakthrough, this aha moment, this desire to express yourself in a new way. You wouldn't have that if it wasn't for you to do it, because it's come to you. Why has it come to you? Our dreams are all so unique, aren't they? I mean, our dreams, as in our wishes, our desires, are all so unique because we're all so unique. So why would a dream come to you if it wasn't for you to put into creation? Seems logical to me. So thank you, Louise. I hope that resonates with you. I'm just going to scroll down. I'll give you a reading in a minute, Sue. I'm just going to have a look. You're very welcome, Wendy. Hi, Michelle. And you're on YouTube. Thank you, Michelle, for being on YouTube. Oh, you're in the UK. Oh, wow. Hi, Nikki. Oh, hi, Natalie. Yes, she's so good. She's put her date of birth. I'm actually okay. I've been doing them without dates of birth. Maybe that's part of my upgrade. We're all having little upgrades, aren't we? Okay, hi. Hello, Jennifer. Oh, I'm glad it resonates, Wendy. You've made your mind up to move back to Spain. Excellent. Brilliant. Okay. Oh, I've got loads of you on there now. Oh my goodness me. Oh, there's loads and loads of comments. I'm not going to sit here and read all of them. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I would just be you'll be watching me just scrolling down the comments. So I'm going to go back up to Sue. I've got a couple of Sues on there. So I'm going to go back up to Sue and do a reading for Sue. Sue, do we have a reading for Sue? Any heads up? Any guidance? Oh, thank you. That came out when I said guidance. Yeah, and it's just the one card, but it's a lovely card. It's the Emperor, and of course, he's Aries. And of course, we're in Aries. And Aries is the beginning, isn't it? Because it's the first of the astrological signs, and the beginning of the year. And the Emperor is all about, well, it's a fire sign, Aries, so he's passionate and he's bold and he's got all the beautiful qualities of fire, transformative qualities as well. The Emperor is really typically about stepping into your power, and understanding that your power lies in love. Understanding, I'm thinking of Power versus Force by Dr. David Hawkins. And he really makes it clear in there that when you are in your flow, when you're in your divine flow, and you're following your heart, and you're expressing the energies through you rather than from you, that's when you're in your power. Because if you're in a state of contraction, a low frequency, then everything's a struggle because you're doing everything from your human energy. But when you open up to your spiritual nature and open up and I'm ready and willing to allow my full potential, then you get this energy that comes through you. And that's where your power lies. Your power lies in your alignment with your divinity, in your expression of your divinity. Okay, and with your understanding and willingness to live your destiny. That's what I want to say. This is about being willing to live your destiny, because your destiny is there anyway. I mean, your destiny is happening anyway. Have you ever noticed that the universe will create all sorts of, problems for you in order to get you to move from one place to another, or in order for you to leave a relationship or leave a job or whatever? If you're meant to leave something, then the universe will make everything around you uncomfortable so that you do move, whether it's a place, a relationship, a job, or what have you. So yeah, it's kind of your power lies in not judging that, in not having any expectations, because we have this human programming, that tells us that we should live a certain way, or that when we get to a certain age, we should have a certain amount of material wealth, or if you're in a career, that you need to do it a certain way, and everything is going by the by now, because if things start getting a struggle, if you start doing things and your soul wants you to go in a different direction, things are just going to get really uncomfortable and difficult and struggling. So we need to follow what our soul wants us to do. And of course, our souls know that there's a great awakening going on. Our souls know that we're creating heaven on earth, and that's what we came here for. It's just our humans are still limited a little bit with the programming of the way we were brought up. So we're actually creating heaven on earth by following our heart and aligning with our own divinity, and expressing that divinity through our human experience. So yeah, he's a lovely card. Because he's the first one, because Aries is the first sign, there's an energy of being a pioneer. The emperor is a bit of a pioneer, and you are, Sue. This is for Sue, but I think it's relevant for all of us, anyone that's watching now, because obviously like attracts like. That we're pioneers, because heaven on earth hasn't been created in physical form. It's a level of consciousness. And when we reach that level of consciousness, we can create our own little heaven. But by all reaching that level of consciousness, we are creating heaven on earth in physical form, because it's coming through us. It's not created outside of us. It's created through our level of consciousness. Through having Christ consciousness, then we create. And that's how we bring heaven into physical form. And it hasn't been done before. So we are pioneers. And that's what it's saying. Sue, you're a pioneer of creating heaven on earth. And for that, I want to thank you. I hope that resonates. Okay, let's keep going and see if there's anybody else. I'm just going to have to pick at random now, I'm afraid, because there are so many comments. Elaine Higgins, let's have a look. Elaine Higgins. Oh, straight away. Oh, and it's 2. Oh, beautiful. Oh, wow. Okay, that happened quickly, didn't it? You see, the energy just goes through when you're not trying to control it. Because normally I want to do everybody and I go through in order, and that's just my human programming, that's how you have to do it. And so now I just went like that. And it's happened really quickly. So I'm just proving my own point to myself. Elaine, there's loads of choices. You've got the 7 of Cups, loads of choices going on, new action, new things to do. They're creative because they're cups. You're intuitively led to them. Some of them are going to create financial channels for you. Some of them won't. And some of them are going to cost you money. But they are all channels of divine self-expression. And we've just been talking about that, haven't we? They're all channels of divine self-expression. Sometimes we get paid for them, sometimes we don't, and sometimes we pay for them if we're going to, for example, a yoga class or something, or we're going on a retreat or something. So it's not about which one is going to create you more money. It's about which ones are going to raise your frequency the most. We've already discussed that your future lies in your frequency and not in your bank account. And this is one of the big things that we need to move away from with creating heaven on earth, is understanding that we're creating it through us and we're not creating it. And our abundance comes through us, obviously. So this is there's lots of choices. You don't have to pick just one. You can pick a number of them. You can try them all out, and if you don't like them, then you can stop. I mean, I don't know whether it's jobs or people or activities. I think I'm going to call it abundance activities going on. But you are being asked to choose wisely. And there might be one that you're doing, an activity that you're doing, and you're only doing it because it's bringing in money. And you're being asked to choose the ones that raise your frequency the most, because what came up with it was the Hermit. And the Hermit is following his light. He's following his energy. So he's following that energy coming through him. And he is on his own, and he's the sign of meditation and solitude. So if there's things that you need to decide, Elaine, decisions to be made, choices to be had, you're being asked to sit in solitude and meditation, and the answers will come. So maybe you've been asking people, maybe you've been talking to people, which is fine, we can do that obviously, but maybe you've been talking to people, I don't know which one to do, should I do this, should I do that? And you're listening to other people's advice, which is not a bad thing, because if it resonates, you know it's good advice for you. And if it doesn't, you don't have to take it. But what he's saying is answer your own questions, because other people are not tuned into your destiny. And most of the time, we're not tuned into our own destiny. But the hermit is tuned in to the destiny. And this is about solitude and meditation. He's telling you, he's asking you, he's suggesting to you to take time out on your own to do nothing. That's come up before, hasn't it? I think we are all connected. Same message for everybody. He's asking you to give yourself the time and the solitude to do nothing. Because from that place of nothingness, you're going to know what choices to make. And it's so important to do that, because also what you're doing when you do that is you're nurturing your own intuition and nurturing your own connection to the divine. It's meditation. It's a meditation card. You know, it's even like, don't listen to Deborah. Listen to yourself. He's saying, listen to yourself, because you know, your soul knows deep inside your heart, you know the choices that you want to make. So it's just about our humans, you know. Get your human out of the way, Elaine. Let your human, beautiful as she is, doing a grand job, expressing herself in this lifetime, but let's move to that level where we're actually expressing our divinity through our human experience and not just living from our programming, which is what we've been doing, right? When you look at society over the past however long. So yeah, to create heaven on earth, we need to let the divine flow through each and every one of us, and it will do it in the most beautiful, unique way. So no two people will be expressing themselves the same, but everybody will be expressing their own gifts, their own love in their own way. And that's what you're being asked to do, Elaine. And you'll know which way to go from meditating. You don't need the cards. Wow, I hope that resonates, Elaine. It's lovely. Michelle, are you still there? I'll read for you, Michelle, if you're still there. Wow. Oh, it looks like I've been spammed. Oh, I am so sorry about that. Oh, Janine's got you are a tree hugger, Janina. I thought you might be. Brilliant, brilliant. I apologize for the spammers. I can't really get rid of them until... Oh, there's loads. Hello, Tracy, my soul sister. Hello. I just see Michelle again. Yes, soon back to Spain. Okay, Michelle. I'm going to read for you now, Michelle. Oh, they came out really quickly. See, it comes out quickly. Okay. Oh, wow. I like this. There is some homework here. I haven't given homework yet today. Your first card, Michelle, this is from Michelle Barley, the 8 of Cups. Now, isn't that funny? Because it's, oh, I've got truth bumps. It's the only card in tarot that has an eclipse. The 8 of Cups. You notice, like, Cups is emotions. We know that, the water sign. And he's walking away from his emotions into his cave. Now, notice he's not pushing his emotions down, numbing them out. He's not doing that. He's moving into his cave because he's going to contemplate on these emotions that have been triggered, that have come up, and he's going to feel into them. So these are emotions that have come up for his acknowledgement. And there's an understanding here, Michelle. Your homework is, you're on the YouTube channel, Lessons in Awakening number 11 on my channel is understanding triggers. So this is about really understanding what is going on from an energy perspective when we're triggered. So let's just say somebody's in front of you ranting and raving, and you want to say, they are making me angry, right? They're making me feel angry. The reason I'm doing this is because nothing can make you feel angry. The anger is a frequency that's within the cells of your body, trapped there probably from childhood. I mean, we're now healing the whole collective. So we've got inherited, ancestral, collective energy going on. But let's say, for example, there's anger in the cells of your body. It's vibrating at a certain frequency. If you look at the map of consciousness, you'll see it's there at 150. And everything outside of you in your holographic projection that you're calling life is a reflection of a part of you. So when it's coming up for acknowledgement, that frequency is going to be created outside of you. Like attracts like. So you are actually the creator of that trigger. So in fact, it was the anger within the cells of your body, which you may not be feeling, and it might not be anger, it could be another emotion. I'm using that as an example. But you might not feel angry, right? But it's trapped from a time when you did, and you didn't process it. And a lot of this is to do with our upbringing, of course. We were brought up not to cry, we were brought up not to be angry. Children are often told not to be angry, like there's something wrong with being angry. And that's why we have so much repressed anger in the cells of our body. And it's the same with crying and things like that, because we're not taught to process them in a healthy way. So you might not feel angry now, but it's something from your younger days coming up for acknowledgement. So the frequency is going to be created outside of you. So something outside of you is going to make you feel that emotion of anger. Okay? And they will be vibrating at the same frequency. So it could be an angry person, you know, or a situation at the frequency of anger, so that it resonates with your anger and therefore makes you feel angry. But it's making you feel angry. It's making you feel your own trapped emotion of anger. Okay, so this is a really big step. This is a really big one, I think, in the spiritual journey, about taking radical responsibility for that, taking radical responsibility for the emotions that come up within us and not blaming other people. Because it's very easy, you know, when pointing fingers and say it's his fault, her fault, whatever, and then you've got the three fingers pointing back. It's just a reminder that nothing outside of us can even exist if it's not inside of us. And it's a bit like, so once you've acknowledged that, it's a bit like the mirror work, you know, when you look in the mirror and you see a dirty mark on your face, and you want to get rid of this dirty mark on your face. I mean, you can't clean the mirror. The dirty mark isn't going to go by you trying to change the mirror, trying to clean the mirror, you know, by doing something on the outside of you. No, you have to clean it off your face, don't you? You have to do that yourself. And then there's no dirt in the mirror. So it's about clearing out, acknowledging. I always say, own it, feel it, heal it. And so when you're triggered, so what he's doing is he's got these emotions coming up. Now, whatever's caused it, we can't see in the card what's caused it, but whatever has caused it, he's not reacting. He's not even responding. He's walking away. He's walking away from the chaos, the drama, the trigger. That he's walking away from it. He's going on his own, and he's going to feel into those emotions. So once you feel into those emotions, it can get very uncomfortable, because it's like your blood's boiling, or, you know, the emotion comes up. It can be very intense, but you keep your body totally relaxed. You close your eyes and keep your body totally relaxed and just feel into the energy of that emotion. You know, emotion is energy in motion, and you'll probably feel it moving around your body, and it can get really intense and then it goes. And it's because that process, you have put your consciousness, which is your light, on the emotion, which is the negative energy or the low frequency energy or the darkness, however you want to look at it, the shadow side, the part of you that you hadn't seen because you didn't know that you had that anger in the cells of your body. So it was in the shadow, wasn't it? And what's happening is it's coming out of the shadow so that you can put your consciousness on it. You know, you can put your awareness on it. And when you do that, it goes, because when the light shines on the shadow goes. Well, difficult. That's a good topic for today, right? You know, but this is about emotions and being triggered, and understanding that. And also, when you realize all of this, like from a quantum perspective, how things are actually created, you can then look at whoever triggered you or whatever triggered you with gratitude, rather than with blame, resentment, bitterness, anger, all these things that we're putting on other people. It's like, no, hang on a minute. They played a role in my life to help me see that I had this repressed anger or whatever emotion it is for you. And they helped you see that. When you realize that, your heart expands with love and gratitude for them, whoever they are. You know, they could be horrible people, but they probably are horrible people because they're playing that role. They're playing that role for you so that you can be triggered, you can focus on your emotion, and you can transmute those emotions into love and gratitude. It's powerful. It's a powerful card. It's my understanding triggers card. But understanding that the more we can process them, and whether they make you want to cry or not, I mean, crying is a really good way of processing emotions, of course. It's the body's natural mechanism to process emotions, which is why one of the reasons that we've got so many, you know, repressed emotions is because we didn't want to cry, because we had a belief that, you know, big girls or big boys don't cry, or we had a belief that it was weak, or we had a belief that even people that loved us would say, oh, don't cry. And, you know, you don't hear me say that. Anyone that comes in my tent, I'm like, here's the tissues, cry away. Because it's so cathartic, isn't it? It's such a positive processing experience. So that was a very long-winded explanation of the Eight of Cups. But obviously someone needed to hear that. And your second card, Michelle, is the Empress. How beautiful is that? So there's something so divine. Oh, I've got truth bumps. So divinely feminine. This is about you stepping into your femininity. And this is about you using your divine feminine energies to help you create, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? At the moment, that's what it's all about. We are creating heaven on earth. We are creating heaven on earth in physical form. And we need to process these emotions, because every time we release one of these low frequency emotions, it raises our frequency. And not only that, when we then transmute that resentment towards other people into love and gratitude, we've raised our frequency even more, haven't we? It's a win-win situation. And when you raise your frequency, you tap into your divinity, don't you? You can feel the divine flowing through you. I mean, she's like the pregnancy card. Doesn't mean doesn't have to be physical pregnancy, of course, but there's giving birth, because she's the giving birth card, which is what we're doing. We're giving birth to heaven on earth. So there's some creative force within you, Michelle. There's some creative force. Well, there's a creative force within all of us. I think all these cards are for everyone at the moment, but there's a creative force within you that is just wanting to be tapped into, and you don't have to do anything to tap into it. Except own your emotions, feel your emotions to heal them, and she will appear. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, something very creative is flowing through you. Yeah, don't let these trapped emotions stop you. Oh, wow. Thank you, Michelle. I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed your reading. It's beautiful energy, something really beautiful flowing through you at this time. And yeah, wow. Sending you so much love, darling. Love to see you when you're back in Spain. Excellent. Okay, still got lots of spammers. I don't know. I thought if I used this Restream technology, the spammers wouldn't be there, but obviously they are. Hi, Nancy. How are you, Mum? Are you from across the pond? Oh, lots on YouTube now. Oh, that's nice. That's nice that I've got people on YouTube. Still here, alive and kicking, she said. Hi, Shannon Hooley. Shannon Hooley. I'm going to pull a card for you, Shannon Hooley, because I got such beautiful feeling from watching you and your daughters with the dolphins. Okay. Let's see if we can pull a card for Shannon Hooley. And oh, we've got Marie Banner as well. Marie, I'm seeing you next week. You're coming for a session next week. So, oh, this is for the Shannon Hooley. Wow. There's quite a lot, but I'm going to go quickly because it's just perfect. Oh my goodness me. We're starting off with this, but because there's 5 cards, this is for Shannon Hooley. This is past energy. So this is past energy. You might be revisiting it, right, in your dream state. You notice that he's in a dream state. So in your consciousness, our dreams are actually us, our consciousness participating in other lifetimes, in other dimensions. I really believe that. So there might be a lot of that going on for you, but there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just like residue stuff. Does that make sense? It's almost like you're just cleaning out the residue, because everything, and this is still, because there's 5 cards, this is still coming up as past. Everything has already fallen into place, I want to say with you, Shannon. Everything has already fallen into place. You know, because, you know, the 8 of Wands is about everything falling into place. It's the luckiest card in the deck. Although obviously we create our own reality. It's not about luck, is it? It's about being ready and willing and open to allow our full potential. And we're, oh, I've got truth bumps, because I know that you do that. And because you've done that, and because you're so open to the love and everything else, that's why everything you need has fallen into place. Everything's come to you that you've needed. And that's why you've got the Magician, who is the creator. He's just transmuted a difficult, struggling relationship, stroke life, stroke situation, into heaven on earth. I'm going to say heaven on earth again, because that's what he's creating, and he's transmuting, a bit like we've just talked about with the 8 of Cups, but he's transmuting the lower frequencies into higher frequencies. He's alchemizing. So he is the creator, he's the manifester, he's the magician. It's magic. But he's got all this abundance, he's got everything he needs. So you've got 2 cards here saying everything you need. You've got the cups, the wands, the swords, and the pentacles, which is, of course, the earth, the water, the fire, and the air. So he is creating a better life and everything going on. Now, that's already come up. Now we're going on into, you're already in that level of creation, following your dreams. And I want to say, investing your time, money, and energy in more new, there's an expansion going on. I'm getting that there's new ideas, that you're moving everything you're doing to another level. And you've got the 2 of Pentacles. Now, he is weighing up. Can I expand into this? Can I expand into that? Have I got enough finances or time or energy? Have I got the resources? Have I got the clients I need? You know, have I got everything I need? He's weighing it up. He's kind of like in 2 minds. But I don't think you're going to stay in this 2 mind stage very long, because you're so driven by your heart. And your last card is the Lovers. How's that, Shannon? That's beautiful, isn't it? You've got the Lovers here. because this is your self-love and the love that you have for everyone around you and everything you do. It's love. I've been talking earlier on in this live about love being your power. When you're open and receptive to the divine flowing through you, there is a force. It's your own life force. It's your divinity. It's your soul, blossoming, I want to say. And because you are so connected, I don't think this decision is going to be a difficult one. Because obviously the answer is yes, you have enough time, you have enough money, you have enough resources, you have everything you need. You've got 2 cards saying everything you need, 3 cards now saying everything you need. You have this, I've got truth bumps. This is your last card, and it's telling you, Shannon, to go for it. Whatever it is that you're planning on doing, go for it. Expand. Bring that spiritual expansion that you're experiencing, bring it into physical form through your love and your joy and your expertise and the things that you love doing, your divine self-expression, whatever lights you up, whatever makes you excited, whatever creates enthusiasm within you. Yes, you have this, it's like I'm feeling a massive, well, there's a spiritual guidance here from the sun, but I'm feeling a massive push from behind you, which is from the heavens, I think. I think it's from the heavens. So I'm really excited to hear what you're doing and how you're expanding what you've already been doing. So yeah, there is just a little bit of doubt, but that's normal, right? We've got to think before we make these steps. But this week's cards did say speculate to accumulate. So yeah, definitely, put it out there. It's growing. It's growing. And of course, this is a Gemini card, which means it's June. It's end of May, beginning of June. So it's very soon. So yeah, bring it in. Call it in. Wow. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Shannon. I really appreciate that. So lovely to connect with you. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Hi, Holly. Very appropriate for the day. Yes, Michelle, isn't it? Very appropriate for the day. Hi from Spain. Okay. Oh, wow. Loads of people on. Brilliant. Okay. Eternal light. I'm picking at random now because I've got so many people on. So that's the first time that's happened for me. So thank you, in a way, universe. Yes, eternal light. You missed the beginning. You were just saying hello. Sorry. Yes, that was me getting over enthusiastic. I am doing card readings. So would you like one? I will make sure that I'll wait for your answer. Hi, Anita. Yes, you're here. And you would like a card reading. Yes, because some people do just say hello, which is lovely. And I really appreciate that. But it is important that you've asked for a card reading. Otherwise, I don't want to read for people that don't want one. And you're on YouTube, which is fantastic. Thank you, Eternal Light. Yes, please. That's what I wanted. See, your permission opens up some kind of channel, I think. Let's see if there's anything from Eternal Light. And this is me also nurturing my YouTube channel. So if you are watching from Facebook, please check out my YouTube channel and have a look at, I have a whole series of lessons in awakening. And if this great awakening is triggering you in any way, I've got one, like I just said to Michelle, number 11 in the Lessons in Awakening is understanding triggers, but there's loads of videos there about forgiveness and loving yourself and understanding yourself as a multi-dimensional being. I've just added another one to the Lessons in Awakening, The Map of Consciousness by Dr. David Hawkins. I've been wanting to do that for a while. So that's now up there as well. I've also got a whole section on self-healing as well, and there's interviews and chats and all sorts of things. But this is for Eternal Light, who is from my YouTube channel, which is so I don't know what your real name is. I don't know. Do I know you? I don't even know whether I know you with a name like that. I don't know if I know you. But let's tune in to Eternal Light. Thank you. Oh, lovely. Wow, lovely. 3 cards have come out, Eternal Light. The first one is the Hermit, which is all about solitude and meditation. So you're being asked, to spend more time in solitude and in meditation. And I mean, meditation really is, I mean, a lot of people are like, I don't know what meditation is. I don't know how to meditate. From my perspective, meditation is basically doing anything that connects you with your highest self. So anything that helps you tap in to that intuition and that divine, to express your divinity. So again, it's solitude and doing nothing. It's that place of stillness. That's why meditation is so powerful. It's not so much the process of meditation, it's more the taking the time to sit still in, doesn't have to be silence, but just to sit still and do nothing. It's so powerful. We've already talked about that today, to sit still and do nothing. Because this is some anxiety coming up. So there is some kind of anxiety coming up, but I think this is what's happening. We're putting our consciousness on it. It's coming up for our awareness. It's coming up for our love. And this anxiety has been trapped in the cells of our body for a long time, and it's been keeping our frequency down, and it's been stopping us from doing the things that we want to do. It's been stopping us from being courageous, from taking that next step, from following our heart. So really, it's about, again, I want to say, it's about acknowledging it, own it, feel it, heal it. And it's a process that could be done just in solitude by doing nothing. Allow some emotions to come up. Very often we don't want to be on our own, do we? Because we're scared of what's going to come up in the beginning. And then once you learn to love yourself, then you love being on your own. It becomes a beautiful joy. So there is some meditation and some solitude in order to help you process in the same way that we did with Michelle. So you can wind back to listen to that, or have a look on YouTube at Lessons in Awakening number 11, Understanding Triggers, because I say the same thing there. Just to help you process the emotions that are coming up, it's important to understand them. And your last card for Eternal Light is the Knight of Wands, and horses are positive movement forward. And look, he's just charging forward. He's raring to go. Wands is physical action in the physical world. It's fire. So there's massive transformation here. And the Knight of Wands is the card in tarot that has the greatest capacity for change. So really, really, you owe it to yourself to create some solitude and meditation. Just you need it, because stuff's coming up that wants to be processed, nothing to be afraid of. It just wants to be felt so that you can put your consciousness on it and transmute it into love. Okay, that's how we do it. And with your homework, Understanding Triggers, number 11. Because look, once you've got rid of that anxiety, it might not be anxiety, it could be despair, it could be all sorts of things, any emotion here. But the emotions here that are upsetting him are coming from his thinking, because swords are thought processes. So it's coming from his thinking. So it's about, can you change that thinking? Can you think a healthier thought? Are these thoughts true? Do they have to be true? They don't have to be true, do they? So in order to solve the problems that are keeping you awake at night or keeping you in this state, time on your own. Release the emotions. And then see, when you've got stuff going on outside of you in your holographic projection that you're calling life, we think that that's affecting us. We forget that we are the creators and that is a reflection of us. So that's why the solitude and the meditation, it's kind of the same message as the last one. Going to your cave, feel those emotions, process them, have gratitude and love for yourself, because that's where the change occurs. Change occurs within you. You can't have change outside of you if you don't change something within you. And this is saying it's these emotions coming up, or the thoughts that have negative emotions attached to them. Because most emotions are attached to a thought, right? So this is about reflecting on your own beliefs and seeing if they have to be true for you. Can you change the belief? And if you change the belief, you'll change the emotion attached to it. And that process, which is what we call the inner work, but that process is you're gonna be just leaping and bounding ahead. Leaping and bounding ahead. Wow. Yeah, massive change coming in, but it does take this inner work. Wow. Thank you so much, Eternal Light. Hi, Jill. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for giving me a kick up the bum. You're welcome. All right, lovely. That's all for today. I love you all. Thank you all so much. Have a fantastic eclipse this evening, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.